That is so nice.
So you've been a TCB for how long?
About 6 months now.
6
I
months.
was in the Apex Pros before that, and then went to these, the regular CBs.
Okay.
Yeah.
What have you found with these that you liked better than the Apex Pros?
There's a little bit better like turf interaction for the most part, and then this one just had like a little softer feel for me,
Okay.
and I can work those a little bit more. So it's like one of those things where my golf game goes from I'm all the way in the summer, and then I'm kind of just getting by. I need a little bit more forgiveness in the winter. So like these, from what I know, like don't really translate that well. But in terms of like feel, softness, workability, like when I'm locked in, like those have been butter for me.
So we have a cool iron that we just launched recently.
Okay.
So the new X Forged. So the story behind this iron has been out in the Asian markets for over a year.
Oh wow.
So it was designed with the Asian consumer influence. So there's some things that they like over there. They like a hair more offset.
Mm-hmm.
They typically like a little bit sharper, higher toe,
Mm-hmm.
and they love a solid body of carbon. So feel is amazing. One thing I want to talk about though, because you were talking about turf interaction with the TCBs versus Apex Pro. So if you can see, it's kind of hard to see when they're brand new. After you hit them, you can really see it. So you see this leading edge here,
Oh, I just seen
how
that.
it
Yeah,
has some
it's like
relief.
yeah.
Yeah, so this iron has a very unique trisole where there's a lot more relief on the leading edge.
Uh-huh.
So what it allows you to do is to go ahead, get down into the ground, but then the bounce kicks in and levels out. So what a lot of players feel is that they can stay on top of it, cover it, get into the ground, but then it doesn't slow down in a sense. Because sometimes if you
Yeah,
get
slow
something
it
that's
down, open
digs,
up.
that has a sharper leading edge, it can go in the ground and it kind of keeps wanting to go and then exit.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're talking about chipping, how it, like the ball felt heavier. So same kind of thing here. If this thing can rip through the turf, level out, and exit quicker, you'll feel the ball in the face more. So there's a turf interaction is definitely improved. The feel of the carbon, I think you'll notice the sound and everything. But these are built to your specs. So I want to have you hit a
Oh,
couple.
beautiful.
Tell me what you think. Initial thoughts?
That was like I pulled that one,
Mm-hmm.
but I used the same word you or terminology you used about the wedges, like that heaviness.
Mm-hmm.
I like that because that's kind of how I grew up with clubs I used back when I was a kid, and it's like I want to feel more in my hands
Mm-hmm.
and feel more of that interaction to know like right away how cleanly did I hit that
Mm-hmm.
ball, and like when especially when you hit it on the face. I do like a softer club at times, but the ones that have a little bit of that both, where I get a little bit of that feedback, but it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't click.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like that's like the best of both worlds. Like that right there. That is so nice.
So again, the big story on these is feel with the 1020 carbon, solid piece of metal. There's no two-piece, no pocket, nothing on this, just a solid piece of forged metal. And then the sole. Is there anything you can pick out with those two things that you feel are a little different than your
Yeah,
TCBs?
let me hit one with the game right quick. Yeah, I use the effortless to get through the turf.
Hmm.
Like it's not. Yeah, it just feels like more air underneath underneath the club, if that makes sense. Like it's a
I think divots tell a lot of a story of
yeah.
how golf, how the club worked through impact. And you can definitely tell where that one got a little bit deeper, started to
Go
dig,
that
dig, dig,
way.
and then exit, where these are, you kind of see their level all the way through entry and exit.
That's such a good point.
Yeah.
Now you got me looking at all the divots, and I'm doing a little forensics. Hmm.
Yeah, it's the depth change that I've seen a few guys that have made a big difference in just how one, if it doesn't have that leading edge relief and the amount of bounce that it has, like you'll see it kind of dig, and so it exits almost steeper than it is entry. where these look very, very similar, like how you came in, it's the same depth
Mhm.
as it exit, and that's just the sole working through the ground quicker and faster, and it should feel better too. Mm,
Oh, yes.
yeah. 84 carry.
That's and to the point of like just an expectation of carry numbers, and it's right on what I kind of expect
Yeah.
for a 7-iron to be able to.
All right, last one. We gotta.
Yes, sir. I know I could be here all day.
Who we trying to be? Your brother? Who? I was gonna give you a scenario there.
Yeah,
Think you didn't need it. You
I
were
mean,
winning no matter
all I
what.
heard was my brother, stripe one,
That's straight.
which
Bro's in trouble. At 186 carry. Well, you got
this
some
is.
think. You got some thinking
I
to
got
do.
some choices and decisions to make because I got about 5. I'm not gonna date this video, but I got about 5 days to get right, and that felt really, really, really good. So thanks,
There
Johnny.
you go.
Appreciate you, man.
Okay, cut. Got it.
You got the rest of the set?